Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. I'm Temi. I'm your fashion tutor at TCG Fashions. Thanks for joining us to learn again. For all my returning students, I welcome you again to this class. And for the new timers, the first timers, you're welcome. I can assure you that you will love it here. All right, so today I want to show you how to cut your Agbada, um, the regular native Yoruba Agbada, how to cut and to sew. But today will be for cutting. All right. So when you want to sew your agbada, you need just two measurements, and I've done justice to that in the measurements class. But just a very short recap: you will need the length of the agbada, the length from your, the nape of the neck to where you want the length to reach to stop, and the width of the agbada. That's like the sleeve joined together to the shoulder. Are we together? So once you have those two, you are good to go. Usually for men's agbada, it's advisable the agbada gets below the knee, and that's because the agbada has a tendency of shifting backwards when you wear it because of the way the neckline is cut. It does that a lot. So if it is not at least lower than your knee, it might look funny on you. Do we get? Although people don't sew the long all those to the ground agbada any longer. No, it's always smart and beautiful. But even if you want to make it smart, at least let it be below the knee, somewhere around there. All right. So the breadth, the width of the agbada can either be from the nape of the neck to in between your elbow and your wrist, somewhere around here. Regularly, majorly for men between 28, 29, because they don't want it long like those olden days. So we are learning the smart, trendy ones. All right, so you will need your fabrics. I'm using white, but you can choose any color you want, now. Okay. So when you get the fabric in market, you will have a selvage edge. Returning students should know what selvage is. Selvage is the finished part of your fabric. You can't pull out thread from the selvage. It's always thoroughly finished. Then the cut edge is this part. You can see threads hanging around the cut edge. Okay, so when you want to take any measurement, it is always along the selvage. When you want to take length measurement, it's always along the selvage. Okay, so for my clients, the length of the agbada is 49. Yes, 49. So, and don't forget that you will need seam allowance to bend the hem to finish the hem of the agbada. So I usually have between 2 and 2.5. So it's better it's looking thick and fine than just tiny hem. It won't look good. So let's do it 2. So 49 plus 2, that's 51 inches. The 2 is for the bending allowance, the sewing allowance, the M allowance, whatever you want to call it. But the correct word is M allowance. All right, so 49, that is the length of the agbada, plus 2 inches for the M allowance. I have a 51. So I will come to the selvage. Do you understand? But trust me, if you have any questions, send it to me. I will attend to it. So from the selvage, along the selvage, I'll measure 51. This is 51. But don't forget that Agbada has front and it has back. So that means I will double the length of the front to give me the length for the back. So I'll just fold my fabric into 2. So that gives me 51 in 2 places. 51 in 2 places. Okay, so I have 51, 51, like so. Can you see? This is 51 on fold. 51 plus 51, that's 102. If you want to open it up, do you understand? So what you just do is to cut out this 51, 51. Please ensure that your cut is straight. You might have to notch here, then measure the same thing on the other side, get somebody to hold it for you, then you cut. But just in case you are alone and nobody is with you, what you can do is, this is the extra that I have after I measure the 251. I will just fold the extra back inside, like so. That gives me a straight edge in case there's nobody with you to help you cut. So you just take your scissors and cut. So I will quickly cut and get back to us. Let me get my scissors and cut. I'll be right back.